Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we're looking at the Bitcoin chart and not too much movement, still trading on very, very low volume. But guys, the good news is that we're not seeing stark moves to the downside. Ultimately, my thought is, once we get below this level here, if we get below this level here, which is about $28,400, I think that's confirmation that we are in a bear market, and we haven't seen that yet. Even on the short term, we are seeing a trend to the upside, the micro trend to the upside, making higher lows and hopefully eventually higher highs. I also saw this tweet from Caleb Franzen here. He was inspired by Aurelian's Ohayon, which is T-Analyst on Twitter. I've mentioned some of his Bitcoin TA tweets in my videos. His recent analysis overlaying Bitcoin's price with the stochastic oscillator of the S&P 500, which I did mention in a couple of my videos. Because Bitcoin is so tightly correlated to IGV since October 2021, I implemented the analysis with IGV's stochastic. Beautiful signal, but it gets even better. So just to demonstrate this again, look at that oscillator as it's dipping down. We're seeing points here on the Bitcoin chart where there is also a decline before another move to the upside. Over here back in December 2018, we got here March 2020, and now we are also basing here January 2022 where we saw that low right in and around here. So hopefully we are going to see that last pump to the upside. It does get even better. He goes on to say, I calculated the forward returns for Bitcoin after IGV's stochastic crosses the lower bound. The data is extremely strong on a variety of time frames, which is always good to look at too, right? You're not just focusing in on one time frame. The August 2011 signal is the clear outlier flashing at the beginning of the drawdown. So he's just put together this chart here, just demonstrating that even though the outlier is the August 2011 signal, we have seen significant price gains for Bitcoin, and we're just waiting for 2022 to fill out to see what kind of price appreciation we see this year. If you're curious why I decided to use IGV, and then he just gives an explanation here, I will link this in the description, guys. It is demonstrating positive news for the Bitcoin price. One of the big things we have to get out of is this low volume trading pattern. The entire crypto market's trading on low volume. Once we see that really spike, I think we are going to see some big moves, guys. XRP in a similar boat. We aren't seeing anything too exciting with regards to XRP momentum either. We are also trading down here very, very low volume. Price right now for XRP is about 72.5 cents. So just waiting for something really big to happen. Moon Lambo here posted this. I thought this was interesting to bring up, and I mention this now and then. The fact that even though XRP is ranked, what is it now, number 6 on CoinMarketCap, it's actually number 3 in market cap. And for those of you guys who haven't been around in the space for a long time, I think this is an important point to reiterate. It has a market cap of roughly $72.9 billion. The crypto asset class hijacked the term market cap and redefined it almost 10 years ago. What CoinMarketCap and LCW call market cap is actually free float capitalization. So what is that? That is a term that is not ever really well described. So Moon Lambo is going to describe that for us. I've never seen anyone talk about this. Market cap was always defined as total supply times current market price, and that's kind of what we think of as market capitalization. When CoinMarketCap came along and decided to calculate free float capitalization, so they took the total supply and subtracted a bunch of stuff from it, including quantity held by the issuer. Then they took the number and multiplied it by the current market price, but they called that market cap when it's actually really free float capitalization. So the numbers we get on CoinMarketCap, for example, not really a good indicator, and some may even argue that what does market cap even really matter? They default the market cap on CoinMarketCap.com. That is the first metric here. That is kind of the default metric, as you guys can see. It's not price. It's actually defaulted by market capitalization. This is why we always see Bitcoin as number 1 and Ethereum as number 2. They have the highest market caps. But if you were to click on the market cap text here, you can see it will adjust depending. So you can click on price and in the top 100, because this only gives us the top 100 results here, but you can keep going through the pages and you can do it for each cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way where you can actually have every single cryptocurrency in the market here. I think it only shows Yeah, up to 100 rows. Nevertheless, you can go in here and change the different metrics, like you can see out of the top 100, which coin did the best in the last 24 hours. Anyway, the point I wanted to make here is that they default this on market cap. This is why we always see Bitcoin as number one. And I've always said too, right? Tether, USD coin, these aren't really cryptocurrencies, investment tools, so they don't really belong on this market cap list in my opinion. So anyway, just some insight there from Moon Lambo if you guys are interested in market capitalization and how CoinMarketCap actually calculates this now compared to years ago when they did do it differently. I mean, there must be some kind of political reason why that they're not telling us about as to why they decided to do it this way. Anyway, wanted to bring you guys this. This has to do with Ripple partner Temenos. Now, Temenos, if you guys remember, did enable Ripple technology way back in 2016. One of the bigger companies that already had a lot of partnerships before Ripple. And so after the RippleNet integration, they have now been enabling many other banking partners onto RippleNet. So this has to do with a Netherlands-based banking services company, Garantie BBVA International. They're part of the financial group BBVA, and they announced choosing Switzerland-based banking software company Temenos to modernize their core banking systems. GBI is moving to the cloud and using the Temenos Banking Cloud as the system of record for their private and corporate banking business in the Netherlands and Germany. As part of their multi-year project to modernize their banking systems, the bank has opted for a cloud-first strategy for banking processes and customer databases. So, not the only bank that has been doing this. However, now we're seeing GBI moving into cloud-first strategy solutions and leveraging Ripple-enabled Temenos to do so. GBI serves retail, corporate, and institutional clients and offers financial solutions in the areas of trade, commodity finance, corporate banking, cash management, and global market sales. And just down here, I think it's important to note, according to a GBI representative, with the Temenos Banking Cloud, the bank can connect to the financial ecosystem and bring new products to market at a lower cost. So this is exactly what Temenos wants. They want their clients to realize the benefits of moving on to new financial technology, lower costs, of course, and making these processes more efficient. Temenos has had a lot of success using RippleNet technology to onboard new banks. Anyway, thought that was interesting. Wanted to bring you guys this also with regards to what's going on now in Russia. So kind of moving on the socio-political spectrum here, this brought to us by XRP Crypto Wolf, Russia's central bank to run real-world pilot of digital ruble in 2023. So now Russia looking to get onto a CBDC. They're planning to run test transactions, pilot transactions, as early as next year using a digital ruble that could be used for international payments. This according to a new report. Now, we know where Russia is positioned in the world with regards to exporting their goods and services. Vladimir Putin has already gone on the record and said that, countries that do not want to play ball with us, well, they are going to be SOL. If you want to do business with Russia, we are going to demand you use either the Russian ruble or gold. You can pay in gold, and they even added Bitcoin onto that list. But we are not going to accept the USD, the American greenback. So it's about a war of currencies at this point. Elvira Nebulina, governor of the Central Bank of Russia, said that the digital ruble was already being tested and that the bank was gearing up for real-world digital ruble transactions. Here's a quote: "We have fairly quickly created a prototype. Now we are holding tests with banks, and next year we will gradually have pilot transactions," she said. The idea of a Russian central bank digital currency has been in the works for over a year. Last April, central bank leaders announced that a full launch could take place in 2023. So, okay, they've already been working on it, but I think now more than ever, because we were not thinking about the Russia-Ukraine conflict a year ago, today is very different than April 2021. So I think this issue is more important now than ever before. And, if countries are now going to be able to transact with Russia in their own native ruble, I guess that's fine. That's one thing. But I mean, there's always workarounds. There's always countries that are going to want to source liquidity from their local currency and pay Russia in the ruble. What better way to do that, of course, for cross-border payments, large payments, leveraging the power of XRP for liquidity. And so, I'm starting to see this roadmap shape up. If you were to ask me this in 2018, I wouldn't be able to see this as clearly as I'm seeing it now. This was pre-pandemic, of course. Lots has happened since, and everything is pointing in the direction of blockchain DLT technology, RippleNet already having that foothold in many central banks around the world. So an interesting development here. I wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for pointing that out. Also here, guys, just with Coinbase, I don't know if you guys use the platform, Michael at Val5Links, just brought this to my attention. Coinbase card launched via Visa with crypto cashback for US users. So for those of you guys using Coinbase, they are spreading the word about launching a crypto debit card in collaboration with Visa that can only be used by US citizens, all but those from Hawaii, this report states. The news was shared by Chinese crypto journalist and blogger Colin Wu. He also tweeted that the users will get cash back in crypto of up to 4% on the amount of coins they spend. So an interesting option here for American Coinbase users. The card will allow for making payments in multiple locations, millions of them in the world, plus withdrawing cash from one's crypto wallets via an ATM. And guys, if you want to participate, users need to download the Coinbase app in order to use the card, receive crypto cashback, and keep track of their remaining crypto balance. So an interesting update there for those of you guys using Coinbase. If you're still using Coinbase, I know some of you guys may have sworn off Coinbase at this point, considering all the drama that tends to unfold when the market gets a little crazy. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that to you. Thanks so much to Michael for posting that. And looky what we have here. Did you ever think that Michael Saylor would be selling his Bitcoin? I just realized that MicroStrategy has been selling Bitcoin without telling anyone. Michael Saylor said he would never do so, but yesterday he sold more than 1,500 Bitcoins. More information below. So here's just a chart just showing the outflow of Bitcoin. The thread continues. From their main address, Bitcoins have been sent to secondary addresses that has been using Coinbase and OKX to sell Bitcoins. And then he gives the addresses. Although the amount sold yesterday is insignificant compared to MicroStrategy's holdings, selling $63 million worth of Bitcoin is a thing. And since they announced their purchases, they should announce their selling activities too. Year to date, they have sold more than 8,000 Bitcoins. Interesting. Considering Michael Saylor continuously does interviews saying how bullish he is on Bitcoin, and the fact that they did not declare it or did not advertise that, could there be something up? Did he need a little fast cash? I mean, it could be a multitude of reasons. I mean, I'm still fairly positive on the market. You know, guys, it has been kind of boring over the last year. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Total market cap here, just going to bring this up. So this is the entire crypto market. Real quick here, you know, even since last spring, we really haven't seen too much movement. I mean, overall, we're trending upwards, but not too much in terms of making new all-time highs. We made one in the spring of 2021, and then another one in November 2021, and it's just been sideways movement for about a year now. So I can understand people are getting exhausted. People aren't seeing those gains that they saw last year. Well, maybe this is going to help. This is another one from XRP Crypto Wolf. The SEC lawsuit likely going to spur on more crypto FOMO once we get a verdict. And so you today just reporting on James K. Filan's tweet with regards to the most recent update and recent updates to the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Both parties are expected to submit a proposed schedule this Friday, which is today. Only then can the motions be filed. Now the parties are submitting a proposed schedule this Friday, and it's technically possible that the parties will agree to waive the requirements of pre-motion letters and the exchange of Rule 56.1 Statement of Facts. Speaking earlier along these lines, crypto law founder John Deaton also shared his point of view on this. This Friday, the SEC and Ripple are expected to file a joint proposed scheduling order to Judge Torres. The filings should also include a deadline to submit summary judgment motions and a date to respond to each summary judgment motion. So we are still waiting, guys. I'm recording this early in the morning, and we have not heard anything as of yet. However, I'm going to keep my eye on it. Jeremy Hogan also bringing this up, and I thought this was interesting. A new article, guys, smart article as Jeremy Hogan puts it, in Reuters from Kapp. She is an attorney, and she brings her 2 cents to the Ripple case. Look at the end where she talks about significance of the fair notice defense ruling. So let's get into this for a second now. Just going to bring this up here. So the Ripple effect, a striking development on defending digital asset security litigation. So she just goes over some of the details here that we already know about. The SEC claims that the defendants failed to register transactions on its digital asset XRP. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but I will link this article in the description if you guys want to read the full thing. The court denied the SEC's motion to strike Ripple's fair notice defense, which is what she focuses on. Its opinion represents a significant victory for the defense. This opinion will allow the defense to marshal on summary judgment significant and invaluable discovery from the SEC into its own views on how XRP and other digital assets should be classified. Going down here, in prior security enforcement actions against digital asset issuers, for example, SEC versus Kick Interactive, so she's bringing up the Kick Interactive case, the court has denied the defense's request for similar discovery, concluding the requested discovery was not relevant to the governing legal test, and then she cites what that is. This fair notice defense has the potential to cause a significant ripple effect, no pun intended, in how securities enforcement actions against digital asset issuers are litigated. However, it remains to be seen whether this case will be solved on summary judgment, and if so, how that may affect the precedential landscape. So she realizes the fair notice defense is really what's going to make a difference here. And as Jeremy Hogan also mentions in this tweet, she points out the decision was significant as it opens the door for future defendants to get discovery from the SEC. Bingo. So the significance of the ruling, Ripple's success on this motion is significant because if future digital asset defendants may successfully bring fair notice defenses under Section 5 based on allegations regarding the SEC's own conduct, that will open the door to discovery to, at a minimum, requests for the SEC's notes from meetings with third parties in the digital asset space, draft speeches from SEC leaders on how various digital assets should be categorized, and documents containing the SEC's formal positions on whether a given digital asset qualifies as a security. It may also sweep in additional categories of documents shedding light on the SEC's views on how specific digital assets should in fact be classified. This is why the SEC is delaying. They don't want to give up the leverage, and Kapp here is pointing that out. Furthermore, if the court were to permit Ripple to build its fair notice defense around what statements the SEC did and did not make to Ripple or XRP holders generally, that would be a novel and powerful extension of the fair notice defense and would give digital asset defendants in securities litigation significant leverage in defending enforcement actions. So she spells it out here, another attorney that we have not heard from. Now bringing this up, guys, in mainstream news, this Reuters article, which I will link in the description of the video for you. So how is it looking? A few people chiming in down here like XRP Crypto Wolf, SEC will do absolutely anything, so Ripple can't win through fair notice. I've noticed that too. You know, they really are trying their hardest to avoid using that defense, or so that the defendants can use that defense. My question to you is, wouldn't the SEC want to put this case behind them long before the judge makes any decision on fair notice? This is coming from Jamrock, and that's a very good question. The longer they wait, the more likely the judge will have time to make a decision, right? Or am I missing something? Jeremy Hogan responding, a legal decision is still far away, as we are about to find out soon. So again, today is the Friday that we are expected to hear that schedule, and won't come out of nowhere. The SEC will have lots of advance notice. Even just down here, XRP Bobby Dad down here saying, you know, this article does not say a word about the DPP and dirty 63 emails. I just skimmed through it quickly, by the way. Jeremy Hogan says she was honing in on the fair notice issue, of course. And then down here, where was it? It was down... Where was it? Jeremy Hogan responded again. Somebody asked Jeremy Hogan, okay, I don't have the tweet up here, but somebody asked Jeremy Hogan in this tweet thread what his views were on the outlook, and he says, you know, so far, so good. We are making headway. It is not looking bad for Ripple. We got to just be patient and keep moving forward. And just to that point here, guys, XRP King Dogo IV, just to remind you guys that the Ripple lawsuit won't have any impact on price action at all after the bad news already went by. After it dumped, it went back to set new highs like it was nothing. All I'm saying is that we will reach $10+ with or without the settlement. And so he's bringing up a chart here, lawsuit news. We saw how that rebounded up. I don't know if I totally agree with this, but I thought I'd bring it to your attention just to remind you where we were back at the end of 2020 and into early 2021. The lawsuit news really did decimate the price of XRP. However, we did rebound back up and we did set new highs, a localized high in 2021 of about $2, $1.96, give or take. And so I agree that, you know, even without a settlement and even without a lawsuit, XRP price is really going to rally. Let's not forget how people tend to think. Let's not forget about the psychology of traders. If people know that XRP, that particular cryptocurrency, has the clarity, and once that verdict comes out, guys, the money that's going to be flowing into that particular cryptocurrency coin is going to be like nothing we've ever seen before. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.